Making lives work.
Making lives work.
Oh, there it is!
Together we make lives work.
Making lives work.
So step Y, we're going to inhale.
The journey for a stroke survivor can take many twists and turns. It can also have astonishing potential.
There's hope, there's growth, there's new beginnings. And for the people that have had their strokes and they're trying to move forward, they really have to kind of decide, are they going to live their life to their fullest?
The first step for Cheryl Smith came at the age of 47 in the middle of the night.
I was sound asleep. It happened while I was asleep. But I knew there was something wrong that when the first day I woke up and not being able to walk or see.
Cheryl didn't know then that this chaotic health event in her life would lead her to try new things, like Tai Chi at the Courage Kenny Rehabilitation Institute.
Feeling that gentle resistance of the water.
I started doing the Tai Chi Cha. Teaches you to have focus on things. My golfing buddies said to me one day, "So, where's your cane?" I did not even realize I wasn't using a cane. I had no idea where my cane even was. That's how much focus and balance that Tai Chi has taught me.
She also discovered a new desire to help others in ways she never would have imagined before.
I'm a volunteer, for crying out loud, and I absolutely love it because I'm volunteering for people that I can help. It's awesome. Awesome. It's amazing to me.
Today, this former stroke patient is one of many who play a role in the continuum of care provided by Courage Kenny.
Cecily, did you take the patients out? Okay, good.
Cheryl is a volunteer peer visitor to individuals who are just beginning their stroke and recovery process.
Cheryl, in her enthusiastic spirit, she was right on board. She was all about, okay, I finished my therapy, I've done outpatient work, I'm volunteering, but I want to be with people that have had my experience.
Hi, you Charlene?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Cheryl.
Hi, Cheryl.
It's nice to meet you.
An experienced survivor of 15 plus years, Cheryl is a cheerleader.
And are you walking or anything like that?
I'm walking.
Yay, that's wonderful.
And a shoulder to cry on.
I was managing the building, but I don't think that's going to be feasible for me to be the manager anymore.
I can't go back and do what I used to do. However, I'm doing a lot newer things now.
But most importantly, Cheryl is a shining example of what the future might hold.
I had my stroke like 16 years ago.
So did you know it was coming on?
I would say probably not.
Yeah.
Number one is to make the patient that's there know that there is life after stroke. My focus really is centered on walking to the point where I don't even use a cane anymore.
Wow.
But when the family members now we're talking, I said, I do this, I golf, I do that, I'm walking, I don't use a cane anymore, my vision is bad, yet blah, blah, blah. They're just like, oh, wow, yeah, there is hope.
Still, once someone who has had a stroke has left the hospital, navigating the healthcare system and coping with the effects of their stroke can be overwhelming.
Hi Val, it's Heather calling from Dr. Chapuis's office. I'm the stroke care coordinator.
That's where Courage Kenny RN Heather Odell and lay care guide Emily Rolfe Kay step in to help.
Hi, my name's Emily and I'm calling from Courage Kenny Rehab. How are you doing?
And I'm the care coordinator for a patient for at least a year after they experienced their stroke. I was calling to let you know about the appointments I arranged for you.
I do a 60-day phone call and a 6-month phone call. And it's like, okay, now what do you need? How are you doing? How are you moving about the house? It's supposed to be a long-term relationship, so just because I call them doesn't mean that they can't call me.
One of the most common concerns I have is related to driving and getting to therapy appointments. The doctor will recommend an OT evaluation. A person oftentimes can't drive after they have a stroke. They need to go to therapy to be able to resume driving. But but they can't get to therapy because they can't drive. So that's something that I help them do, is to set up transportation to appointments.
So there's that, intensity of medical stuff occurring. Then there's some healing. And then there's some choices. Am I going to engage in other programs that are going to assist me to move forward a year later or 2 years later? Or am I choosing to kind of just stay in my safe place?
Again, Cheryl can help. She'll deliver an extensive list of resources to patients.
Each patient receives this packet that has all this information that they can use today, tomorrow, when they get home.
Survivors can take classes or try their hand at Courage Kenny's Adaptive Sports and Recreation Program.
There it is!
The SHARE program offers patients opportunities to get involved in community activities too.
Nice job, guys.
And the SHARE program is activities or community activities. We can call this phone number if I were in the community and was looking for a place to go bowling for disabled people. This is where that information comes from. I make all these copies myself on the copy machine.
And for those who want to get smart about managing their life after a stroke, there's a lecture series too.
It's very important at every step of the way as a care partner, caregiver, and a person with stroke to nurture and foster connection.
Courage Kenny's Rehabilitation Institute offers support to help stroke survivors make their lives work.
Come and learn more, or come to a support group, or see if you want to be a peer visitor. Seeing what can you do. Making lives work is a beautiful thing, because I've seen all these years how people are so resilient. It's awesome to see those that think they're done, they're not.
Namaste. Oh my goodness, Hope, I love that. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, there's always hope, isn't there? Yeah.